What's going on, guys? Welcome to another Unafraid encouragement video. Before I begin, I want to point out our new stealth tees that are available on the UNAFRAIDshop.com. So make sure you grab one. It's got Unafraid and blacked out, and then on the back it's got all in going down the spine. So make sure you check those out. Before we get into this, this kind of came to me. I was working out. This actually came to me probably a couple months ago. I saw a guy wearing a shirt and it said heavyweights, food, and sex on the back of the shirt. And I've worn some ignorant things in my life and when I was younger, and now, you know, it's a little bit different for me. So I read that, heavyweights, food, and sex, and I'm like, just the influence that has alone from a dude wearing it to a gym. And no, it didn't offend me or anything like that, but the point of this whole video is the influence, accountability, and mindset that has on you. I just like went into it like how that like can affect us, like what we wear. And I talk about this in the book, Unafraid, about how what we wear can affect how we perform as well. That's kind of how this video came about. Was in the gym, I saw a dude wearing this shirt, and here we are. So let's dive in. So the key points are mindset, considerations, accountability, and influence. We'll start with our mindset. Can what we wear change how we feel, how we perform, how we perceive ourselves, and how we perceive others? Of course. I know just for me, I work from home quite a bit. If I stay in my PJs or I'm just like lounging around, I got my little slippers on. I'm actually wearing the slippers right now. Transparency right there. Then I don't do as good as work as if I get dressed, put on shoes, throw on some jeans, do my hair, all that good stuff. I do brush my teeth, don't worry about that. So I can tell a difference, not based on like, I can't work because I have, you know, my PJs on, and all of a sudden I can work because I have normal clothes on. It's just a mindset. You can literally feel the difference. And you can feel this, you know, when you go somewhere, like we'll just use an example, a black and white ball. Like honestly, I feel like James Bond sometimes, like getting all dressed up. I feel cool. It's neat because you're not used to it, but it changes your mindset where if I'm wearing my workout gear, I'm obviously in like, you know, workout mode, you know, it gets my mind on that track, whatever I'm doing. So yes, I highly believe that what you wear will affect your mindset. Scientists call this enclothed cognition. Truth is that what we wear affects our mood, our overall confidence, and our health. And what I would like to add to that is our productivity. If I get dressed up for the day versus being in my PJs, I can knock out some serious work. It just, there's a switch internally. My mindset has changed and I'm like, boom, let's do this. So that's our mindset. Next is accountability. I'm huge on this accountability piece, and that's actually where the Unafraid brand came from. It started off as a t-shirt, and it literally just, it was our original one. It just says Unafraid. It meant something because I noticed like I'm a t-shirt guy. I see t-shirts, I notice them, it makes me think sometimes throughout the day, depending how profound it might be. And that can take me to a dark place or a good place, depending on what it is. If I see a Metallica t-shirt, I'm like playing like Inner Sandman or Nothing Else Matters, like I'm starting to sing it in my head. But that accountability piece is so huge. So what we see and what we wear, it keeps us unafraid. Like I wear these bands all the time. It's got my cross to remind me of my faith because I think that's the pinnacle. Not that I really need to be reminded of it, but sometimes I start to slip. I'm like, man, what am I thinking about? My mind's going somewhere not so good. The flesh is coming out, the world's taking over, and the enemy's creeping in. I'm like, wait, no, time out. And I'm like, all in. I'm always all in all the time. So I got to reset myself, and little accountability things can help totally. It's like an accountability partner, putting a Post-it in your office, like, hey, don't forget to do this. Or some scripture or a positive note, writing it on your mirror. That is accountability. That is reminding you, this is who we are. This is what we do. This is what we focus on. And obviously this changes from person to person. Accountability piece is so big. That's the number. We got mindset, and then we got accountability. And next we have influencing, the human billboard. All right. We are billboards. We walk around. What we say, what we do, and what we wear affects things. It does. It influences people all the time. Just look at your media, what you scroll, what you like or follow or subscribe to, that is going to dictate your mindset. We actually just did a video, the elements of mindset, and you know what I'm reading, what I'm listening to, what I'm watching is going to affect my overall mindset. That's just the way it is. I remember watching Sons of Anarchy, and I think by like season 2, I'm pretty sure I was like fully committed to being a biker gang. I'm not even joking. I'm like walking like him, I'm talking like him, my clothes are starting to turn black. I'm like, maybe I need to go buy another Harley. It's true, and I'm sure some of you guys understand that. I didn't do those things, but my mind was starting to go there. I'm like, okay, thank God after season 7 this is over, or else I'm going to totally conform. But it is very effective in the influence of how it can possibly affect us. So on that, the human billboard is like, okay, what are you projecting? Are you projecting something that's positive, or are you projecting something that's negative? I had a shirt, and I'm not going to use the company's name, but it was a 3/4 softball shirt, and it just had their company's name on it. And I didn't know there was other pictures I could scroll to, so I didn't see what was on the back. I figured it was just a blank shirt. I get the shirt, and it's got some cuss words on it, which isn't a big deal, but it is when you have children. Actually, that's actually not the truth of what happened. I'm like, I can't wear this out because I don't want like to be flashing these cuss words. So I'm like, it'll be my around the house shirt. And then after wearing it once or twice, I'm like, what am I doing? I won't wear this out in public for really people that really don't matter to my personal life, but I'm gonna wear it in front of my children. Ignorant. That was very ignorant on my part. I'm like, okay, yeah, so that's going in the trash. So I had to get rid of it. So that does influence. That's, dad wears it. If he wears it or she wears it, right, my wife, then it's okay for us, right? Or if he says it or she says it, then it's okay for me, right? That's kind of how it works. Going back to like the foundation of the home, how important it is how we are the example, and what we do, they are going to mimic. So the human billboard, like we influence others, and not thinking about even the adults is like just the stuff you wear. You're just walking in a grocery store or a mall. How is what you're wearing influencing the children that you were just passing you by? Are you wearing positive stuff that's going to bring them up and motivate them, like stuff that like says strength or focus on Christ, or well, I don't know. I'm just using examples, or like it's important to give it your all, failure is not final. There's tons of things that we can say. Are you wearing stuff that's, got half naked girls, promoting tons of alcohol, getting hammered, after 18 shots? I did spring break. Some of you right now are like, Eddie, that's ridiculous. And I hear you, but the fact still remains the same. What you wear influences others, and you don't know where that influence is happening because you're just passing them by. They're going to do their life. You're going to do your life. You never hear about what's going on, but we influence others all the time by what we say, what we wear, and how we act. Those little eyes, they see, they watch, and even grown-ups. Look at the teenagers. They're on TikTok and Instagram and whatever the cool thing is, that's what they're doing. It's all those influences. It's the same thing. We all know this, but just unfortunately, I don't think a lot of people talk about it. The influence piece, right? All right, so that was just a quick video of how our mindset, our accountability, and how our influence kind of go into the human billboard about what we wear. So just think about that. When you're putting on, to be honest, I had to go through a lot of my clothes. I had to get rid of some stuff because I don't want to be that turd anymore. If I'm not bringing positive into this world, then there's no point. We always want to say, look at them, look at them, look at them. I'm going to ask you, why don't you look at yourself? What can you do? And when I say you, I'm talking to me too. What can I do? What can you do better to better you, your family, your community, and wherever you go by doing and saying and what you're wearing and being a good example and being righteous? That's what it comes down to. The change is not what happens in DC. The change is not what happens over here. The change starts with you. That happens, your house gets bigger, your community gets better, and we just morph into this. It just turns beautiful. And at the center of that, yes, is Christ. And that's what we got to remember. That is what we got to remember. Period. End of story. What you wear is so important. It really is. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Check out the new shirts, and guys, take it easy. Bye.